If you're at rock bottom right now, this isn't going to be a motivational video or like my other content. This is going to be for the version of you that feels overwhelmed, embarrassed, and is wondering like how life unraveled this far. And that's probably why you clicked this video. And I've been here too. That's why I'm making this video. It's for you if you're just pretending to be fine during the day, but then it hits you at night. And I just want to let you know that you're not alone. And you're not weak for feeling this way either, because rock bottom really isn't just pain. In essence, a lot of it is confusion too. So waking up and realizing that the rules you've been living by no longer make sense. That the things that used to motivate you maybe feel empty now. The future you're working towards seems so distant because you know what you want, but it's just so far, or maybe it's gone. And everything else around you just seems to be moving forward and outpacing you. Like life slipping you by while you just feel stuck. Like one of those dreams, where you want to run, you want to scream, but you can't. You're stuck. And that isolation, that quiet panic, that feeling of being left behind, that is really what hurts the most. And it sucks. It sucks to be there. And I know this feeling well personally, because a long time ago, I was involved in a car accident, broke my neck, almost died, then left wondering if I would ever walk again. One moment, life is just moving forward. You're this happy, jolly kid. And next, you're just lying still in a hospital, unsure if you would even survive. And in a moment like that, when you hit rock bottom like that, everything just disappears. Not just the goals, but your identity, the pressure to keep proving yourself. And what's left is fear, silence. And the question that you ask yourself is, if I make it through this, then what actually matters? Because rock bottom essentially just strips you down. It removes all the noise and you're left with the truth. Bare bones. Who are you in that moment? And I just want to drive something home. If in this moment right now you feel like you failed, you didn't. The old version of you just stopped working. And don't rush to replace it, because that's what people do when they think they fail. Just actually feel the loss. Be aware. That's not weakness. See it for what it is and take the time to feel this and be honest with yourself, where a lot of people just rush to do the opposite. Because that first step out of rock bottom, it isn't going to be that you need to fix or rebuild your life. You need to calm things down first. Take a pulse of what's happening around you, what's happening in your life. Because right now your nervous system is just completely overloaded, just like mine was in the literal sense then. And an overloaded sense cannot see clearly. But the one blessing I had by being literally paralyzed is that I couldn't grab for distractions. That escapism is something that we tend to do, which I've done in later moments in my life as well, when I hit rock bottom and other moments. But just quiet things down and see what your job is. And in essence, it's simple. Sleep when you can. Eat something real, not junk food. Gently move your body. Reduce the noise. That's not giving up. It's just stabilizing the system, calming your senses, so you can think again. You're overwhelmed at this stage, and that needs to change. And when you're steady, ask yourself, what clearly doesn't work anymore? Not what you wish would work, not what you're afraid to let go of, but just what's undeniably broken in your life. That clarity is something you'll only get from rock bottom. Me viewing it that way is what allows me to look at rock bottom in essence like an unfair advantage, because that clarity is rare. If you're brave enough to listen, you'll be able to write it down. You'll realize this isn't the end of your life. And you'll have your map out of there, your exit map. So the most important part is that then you're not going to rebuild your future just in one go. You just rebuild that trust with yourself. One small promise, one routine. For me, it was one initial movement. I focused on moving my finger first, and lo and behold, the finger I tried to move first with my mind is the thing that I was able to move in real life as well. This finger. It shows the power of focus, determination, But you can only get there. You can only get to that first step once you quiet things down and keep it small. I didn't want to move my whole, believe me, I wanted to move my whole body, but it was never going to happen. You start small first, and then I slowly regained more function as I placed that focus on other parts of my body. Hope only comes back through evidence, and your confidence is only going to come back through consistency. It's not going to be an overnight thing. You're going to go to bed wondering when things get better. But life will come back. Everything will come back. So if you're in that place, trust me, nothing is wrong with you. I wish someone told me then as well. It just means that something is ending. A chapter in your life is ending, and you're turning the next page. An ending logically feels like loss because we don't like change. The status quo has changed when we maybe didn't even want it to, but you turn a page and it will feel like relief. Me breaking my neck, almost dying right now at this stage of my life, I can see it as a blessing. It's my unfair advantage. Nobody has had the experience. Nobody has had that story. Nobody has the growth that I got from that. So in essence, you're not behind. You're not broken. You're just in a transitory phase. You know, it's like a pause before your life realigns, where you get ultimate clarity, and you'll be able to take one step at a time in line with the clarity you gain from it once you quiet things down. You're still here for a reason, so make it count. See you in the next one.